Your work this week is going to be about some trig functions that you may not have been introduced to yet. You know tangent. Tangent is sine over cosine. But you're going to get introduced to cotangent, which is just the reciprocal of tangent. It's cosine over sine. Secant, which is 1 over cosine. And cosecant, which is 1 over sine. You already know what sine looks like in red and cosine looks like in blue. Here's what the graph of secant looks like. Here's the graph of cosecant. Here's the graph of tangent. And here's the graph of cotangent. So we're going to be doing two kinds of things. First, you're going to practice what you learned last week about kind of quick practical ways of thinking about transformations, but you're going to apply them to these more complicated curves. So if the purple graph is secant, like how would you graph a transformation of secant kind of quickly and easily and accurately? So that's one thing, and that's pretty mechanical. The more important thing is thinking about kind of why do these shapes look the way that you see them? And there's a lot of things to wonder about here. Why does it make this U shape? And why do the U's kind of alternate up and down? And like, why are they up in the regions where they're up? And why are they down in the regions where they're down? You may have noticed this kind of like nice looking pattern where the red curve kind of approaches the purple curve. Like, why is that happening? Tangent, same thing. We've got this repeated periodic pattern. Tangent looks like it's repeating every pi. But you know that sine and cosine repeat every 2 pi. So what's going on with that? And tangent looks like it's going kind of from low to high as you go left to right. Cotangent is the opposite direction. It's going from high to low. So like, why is that? You sometimes see interesting things when you graph different related items together. So here's cosine and secant at the same time. And now you see this interesting relationship where secant seems to be very clearly related to cosine, which isn't a surprise because secant is just 1 divided by cosine. But like, why does it have this cool relationship where like the points kind of come together in the places where they do? It's great to know the answers to those questions, but the actual learning for you is I want to teach you how you could answer those questions for yourselves. Like, what's the process you would use to start to try and answer the why kinds of questions? Because that's a process that you're going to use for all kinds of math besides just trig functions.